back. All right. Who here remembers what we did last week?
We hallucinated, and we've been captured by space elves.
We haven't been captured. We've been basically told they would have killed us, but their Farseer wants to parlay with us.
Yeah. Space elves.
Yep, that's basically it. You had the fight in the beginning. You all had your crazy hallucinations, and then you met up with space elves. Spells, in fact. Alright, so, going back. Yep, so, so you are all just have come out of your hallucination, and an Eldar ranger has come out of the jungle and told you that he has more rangers all around you ready to kill you, but he does wish to parlay because of his Farseer. And
why am I remembering like a code word? Is it a previous mission, a different game?
No, you are correct. You do have
dangerous parlay or something. Or,
yeah. Yep. You remember from when you were told you have to meet up with the Inquisitorial agent Grey Owl, and you have to give a you have to give like the code word, which I think you're right. I think it's a dangerous parlay.
Grey Owl is almost certainly not a space elf, right?
No. He would.
We might occasionally make nice with the space elves, but we don't work with
them. You had been told that he was he had infiltrated into the Ebony Syndicate.
He was with the Grey Wolves in this patrol, and we got to chase them and figure out what's going on.
Yep.
So I will not say the code word to the space elf.
I mean, you could.
Then I'll stare at him balefully.
It could be the Farseer could also fit that description.
A Farseer. Well, the Farseer would just be another space, like another Eldar.
No, I'm just saying, in this case, the contact, it's not that guy. The Farseer said not to kill us.
Yeah, well, the Farseer had told this ranger to basically
know his role.
Just talk to them.
Don't be a moron.
I mean, she specifically, as he told you last time, which would for us would have been a week ago, for you would have been like 10 seconds. He had told you that she had foreseen that this world would be either his death or his success. So, which really isn't saying much because that's basically saying you'll either die here or you'll succeed.
That does about cover the options.
I guess theoretically you could leave without succeeding, but yes. So Gar is now balefully looking at the Eldar Ranger, who is balefully looking at all of you.
I'm not going to make any sudden moves, but I'll just continue to stare down and say, well, let's hear it then. So the Eldar Ranger will, he holds up his hand and shoulders his rifle. I'm the Pathfinder. Hold on, I haven't written that. Edraleth. Alright, can you,
Yeah.
Thank you. Stupid space elves and their stupid spellings.
There you go.
Okay.
Edraleth.
And he's a Pathfinder. I will write that down. There we go.
I've traveled this sector from far and wide from my craft world of Meandroth, who I will also put in there. That's the name of the craft world right there.
Okay. I'm gonna assume I haven't heard of that.
You could make a Forbidden Lore Xenos roll if you have it. I mean,
I've only lore I've got is Imperial Guard Common.
Yeah, that one would be outside of the standard. But anyway, it continues The Rangers I am mentoring and I have been sent to secure the Spirit Stone of a fallen Eldari hero. And the crypt holding her body is here on this world. We had thought her lost at the fall of the Empire. But the webway connecting to this world has only recently been repaired. We would ask your assistance in securing this crypt. The people you are chasing are after the Spirit Stone as well. They are in fact the ones who have disabled the hollow field surrounding the obelisks on this world. I'm sure you've noticed that attempting to approach through a measure of spacecraft is difficult, as well as a psionic resonance in your mind. This is all.
Noticed, yes.
This is all. This is all being done by the defensive measures placed around the crypt. These black obelisks you see. They are attempting to disable them to gain access. We're hoping to lure them away from the crypt, at which point we can infiltrate in and recover the Spirit Stone.
Interesting. Our interests may align here.
Oh,
we
yes.
certainly don't want any foolish space elf Spirit Stones. And we certainly don't want these assholes to have it either. That's kind of our job.
We need to bring the Spirit Stone back to the craft world.
Yeah, you guys do whatever you want. We don't give.
You can have it.
No, space elf
we don't want it.
Come on.
We just want these people.
But if they're after the stone, we definitely don't want them to have that. So whatever happens to the stone, murder their asses, you know.
I mean, we know they're pursuing xenotech. Do they know what they're after, or are they just looking for anything?
They know there's a thing.
Idolith continues. We suspect they're after the Spirit Stone. This crypt has lied undisturbed for almost 10,000 years before only recently being discovered at the same portion that the webway has been repaired. Whatever information they've acquired to learn of the crypt's location, it does not bode well.
Suppose that's accurate.
Gee, I wonder what book they got that from.
Can they offer us any protection against this annoying psionic disruption in our brains, so we might more easily help them?
Yes, I suppose your human mind is less protected against the psionic resonance field. Eventually, it will fall. It has to be disabled in order to gain entrance to the crypt. I suppose you just need to wait. But it looks like we are not going to be at odds with one another. And he waves his hand forward, and after just a few moments, two more rangers appear out of the jungle. These are the rangers I am mentoring. 3 of us total, 3 of you. We've been able to successfully hunt down and kill several of the people you're after. They call themselves the Iron Wolves. As you can see, our handiwork before you, and he points down to like the various Iron Wolves corpses in front of you.
Any identifying markers on them, or are they like the rest, where they're all just completely blanked?
They have like their Iron Wolves like iconography, but yeah, there are like name tags, but you don't recognize any of the names.
Okay. I'll note down their names just for our record, so we can possibly trace their movements when we get back. But otherwise, So I assume that we have an informal understanding of truce during our conduct on this world?
Of course, Monk High. We'll work together, and we shall leave without killing one another, I imagine. Our goals align, and there's no reason for any violence. You should be aware, though, this world is infested with both Kroot and Orc. The Orc are former members of the Snakebite tribe. The Psionic Resonance Field has driven them a bit feral.
We
But-
noticed.
The Iron Wolves here have been attempting to purchase their service as mercenaries, as well as purchase the service of the Kroot here.
I can't imagine that went well for them.
It actually went partially well. The orcs here have tried many times to assault your Imperial Guard fortress bunker and have failed. The Iron Wolves are providing them the resources needed to actually bring the fight to them. And if there's anything orcs desire, it's a good fight.
Well, can we forestall that attack by dealing with the Iron Wolves here and now?
We'll see. There's still several dozen of them throughout the jungle. We've been able to locate 6 of them at the crypt's entrance on our last patrol. That was a few hours ago, however.
They have a base of operations, or they're just like roaming around?
We've been killing their bases of operation. As you can see, this one here. They are primarily setting up near the entrance to the crypt. They're attempting to disable the obelisks. But the resonance field is most strong near the entrance.
So who drew the duty to guard the entrance if it's driving them mad?
I imagine what you humans would describe as whoever drew the short straw.
Well, are we going to hit them first or hit them last? If we have to go there anyway, then it makes sense to hit them last unless they have to. That would give them time to set up.
We need to go to the crypt entrance, but if we could clear away the guards at the crypt, then we could infiltrate in and out quietly, quickly, and once they have been robbed of their prize, they would be... Well, they would, I imagine they would just leave this world.
That depends on if they think there's any more xenotech to recover.
We don't intend to leave this crypt intact. We will recover the spirit stones from our fallen hero and her various guards, and then we will be setting detonation charges at the crypt and sinking it into this planet's surface.
Fitting. Okay. Then, where first?
So he pulls out, basically takes out his Eldar sword and starts drawing on the ground. And so makes like a little map. So we are here, and he points to a section of the map. And the entrance to the crypt is, and he draws a line further north, here. It's a 10-kilometer trip. So we would like to not necessarily follow. This is the way the crow flies. We want to approach from a different angle, however, to ensure that we do not encounter any patrols of Iron Wolves, Orcs, Kroot, or any of the other jungle denizen.
Okay.
Solid.
And I hate all those guys, so.
Well,
The question is whether their communications will be an issue if they... we wouldn't want to leave them at our backs if they could call for help and have them close in around us.
That's always a concern, yes. Well, we can patrol out very quietly. I would recommend you staying farther away from us, as you are less than silent. But we can make sure to patrol around and ensure that there's no one nearby. Perhaps setting up distractions or killing any of the ones we come across.
That seems prudent, especially if you could cut through and attack them from the opposite flank as us, because you'll have swifter mobility.
All right. We could possibly arrange something. And so, takes the sword and starts drawing on the ground again. And I'm going to actually do...
How I spent my summer vacation. By Idraloth, age 800. I guess 8,000 would be more likely.
I'm actually quite terrified at this point because those rolls haven't come through yet.
Good lord.
All right, so he draws like a little shape on the ground, and you can see it's like he draws a square. It's like this will be the entrance to the crypt. It is 10 kilometers to our north. The building itself has been hidden with a advanced hollow field that has only recently dropped due to the Iron Wolves incursion. They've been attempting to disable obelisks, putting up the hollow field using some technology we have not encountered before. There are 6 more obelisks as we approach the actual entrance, spaced close to one another, putting up the highest amount. They've been disabling those and are now attempting to unlock the actual crypt's entrance. Our last patrol, we have seen 6 members of the Iron Wolves who are attempting to gain, activate the unlock. We had assumed that this crypt had actually been safe. It had been undisturbed by Imperial Guard for the past 10,000 years. And finally, unlocked through some unknown method. So, we wish to make haste to arrive before them.
And let's be about it.
Alright then. And he is... So, we will be approaching from this direction here. And attacking from the south. Which way would you... We could attack from one of the flanks, either their right flank here, or the left flank.
Do you know the landscape around the tomb entrance? Which side would give you the better profile on them?
The landscape around the crypt itself is relatively flat, and they've been spending the past couple weeks clearing out any foliage, setting up defenses, and... But for the most part, we've been harassing them to ensure that they can't dig in too aggressively. But you should
know who's been harassing them, or have you managed to be appropriately mysterious and scary?
We've been killing them from almost 200 meters away from the jungle and then melting back into. They do not know who's attacking them. They refer to us as ghosts.
Fear and paranoia level must be high.
Oh, yes.
So,
not kind to sapient minds.
Perhaps the best way to exploit this would be for us to show up front and then have, just space elves attack them from the flanks.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
We only have 3 elves with us, don't we? So it's not really...
I mean...
I could send one ranger to both the left and the right flank and then approach with you as well.
I would say we would want to maybe crossfire them from both sides, but I would say a 2-1 with us taking the front.
Very well. If you take the front, then I can approach with my rangers from the right flank.
Okay.
Putting them in a crossfire. We will stay 200 meters away, our standard distance of fire, at which point we can ensure that they won't be able to fire back. We'll be well outside their range of attack.
So that will, of course, leave all their guns on us with the most overt target.
Oh, yes. But I'm sure you can handle it. You seem resourceful enough.
It's a very elfy plan. I don't like it. Seems very elf-centric.
Well, that's just kind of how the Eldar be.
So they roll.
Well, it seems we have a plan, so no sense hesitating. The sooner we move forward, the quicker we can engage and be on our way.
Alright, let's smash them.
Alright.
Gar will, of course, have to engage in melee smashing.
He just wipes away the plan. No sense leaving it for them to find.
Just make sure you do what you can from the flank to protect our advance. Otherwise, this plan doesn't get very far.
We'll proceed ahead approximately 30 meters to scout and ensure that we don't come across any unnecessary entanglements before we actually engage these Iron Wolves. And with that, he and the Rangers are going to disappear into the forest, and they're also... Idrith will just turn back and say, "We'll wait for you to engage before we start our assault." And with that, they absolutely melt into the jungle. It's just there one moment and gone the next.
Jesus.
Gar shivers.
Just kind of do that thing where you just stare at where they exited from a moment ago for a long time. Just shoulder the rifle. Let's go.
All right. All right.
And be on your guard. Assume anything you say they hear, assume anything you know they know, and do not assume that they'll suffer to leave us alive when this is done. We may need to seek cover immediately. They may treat, they may not treat. There's a reason they're one of the most common entries in the Imperial Infantryman's Uplifting Primer. It's not that uplifting.
Does Gar or Tigo respond to this?
Solemnly.
All right. So we'll have everyone just make a survival roll. So just roll a d100 and just match it against your survival rating.
Let's see if it'll take a rolling the dice. Dot, dot, dot. It did.
Yay!
It was terrible.
Roll.
My
D100.
survival would be against 54.
Oh wow, nice.
I got you guys.
My survival would be
Oh wait, no, it would be against 64. But yes, thank you.
Let me see here. My survival is 41 plus whatever the third rank is, so break even 10, 20. So versus a 61?
Yeah, the fact that you just rolled so well. And I think, Gar, what's your survival?
untrained, perception 36, so it would be 26. Right?
Oh, no, it'd be like 16.
16 minus 20, no, minus 10. Regardless, I did not pass a survival roll.
At least we have Ed's roll. We're all just like, let the fucking Death Worlder lead on the Death World.
The fucking paranoid built guy.
All right, so yep, you're able to follow. Like you find a path through. In fact, you find like the path that the Iron Wolves had been following to the crypt itself, and are more or less able to follow it without any trouble. At one point, Irdaleth comes out of the jungle and points ahead. It's like patrols there. And
Take him out or let him pass.
Your choice. I think we should let.
Sorry, keep going.
Oh no, I don't think we should engage. We've seen this patrol pass every once in a while. They're still 5 kilometers from the actual site.
All right, we'll try to get by them quietly, but
So if you give it 10 minutes, they will be they'll be out of their way, and we'll be able to pass quietly beyond.
all right.
We should probably just wait.
I'll
Or
find
we
some
could kill
place to-
them. It would definitely reduce their number. I hate to think they would still be around, attempting to. Although it does amuse me to think they'll be attempting to survive in this world without the support of their friends and
When you
their
put it that
prize.
way, it might be
Yeah.
the
Well,
kinder thing to just put them down. Again, kindness gets you killed out here, so.
Would be amusing. Well, I suppose we could just kill them quickly and quietly.
We do have. Let's scope them out because we're looking for a contact with them, but isn't one of them. So, we should actually take a look and see if he's with that group before we just assume that we're gonna have to ice them all.
We could kill 2 of them and leave 1 alive.
I'd rather not roll those die. But I like where your head's at.
We could shoot them in the legs. Does your contact need to walk?
We would prefer an ambulatory contact because we have to presumably get him out.
Then how would you wish to approach this? I'm not the best at diplomacy.
Well, you made it plain you're considerably stealthy. If you could get an advance party in with us, we might be able to identify. We don't have any identifying markers other than the code phrase, right?
No, but the code phrase would let you. I mean, you could literally just show them that you're with the Inquisition, at which point he would kind of like put 2 and 2 together, you imagine?
Okay, what we can do is let's blunder into them while they're on patrol. You guys do what you Eldar do and stay on Overwatch, ready to shoot them. I'm going to give a code phrase, and if one of them reacts favorably, don't shoot that one.
He lives.
The phrase will be, "This is a tense parlay." So we will go in, we will not immediately open fire, and we will use that code and see how they respond.
Very well.
Yep.
We'll approach and be on our watch. If they... When should we kill them? If they draw their weapon, should we fire, or...
Yeah,
If we
anybody who draws a weapon
engage,
and points it
we
at
can
us,
engage.
get shot.
Because this way, there's no risk to you or your hosts, and we're the only ones caught out. But we've dealt with plenty of Iron Wolves in our time as well, so this shouldn't be the end of us, even if none of them are our contact. But we need to make sure.
How big is this scouting group?
This Iron Wolves Patrol is 3 people.
No problem.
And they'll be good if they've made it out this long on a death world. But let's do this thoroughly and correctly.
But these patrols go out from their various base camps every so often. Go out for a few hours and then come back. But, yes, this world's... Well, they've chosen the right spot. No one wishes to approach this crypt. The various flora and fauna of this world have kept their distance. So, funny enough, this is probably the safest portion of the planet. Till you lose your mind, of course.
Of course.
You've had a glimpse of it. I can see it in your face. The obelisks have spoken to you.
Wasn't what I would call pleasant.
No, I can imagine not. And after a few weeks, a few months, you completely strips away the sanity of lesser minds.
Noted. Let's find this patrol and
Yeah.
see about it.
He points 300 meters that way. They're going slowly. If you approach quickly, you'll be able to catch up with them.
All right, let's do that, and we will. I would say front will be Tigo, followed by Watchmaker, followed by Gar at the back.
Okay.
Will
Just 'cause
be.
that way we can try to make a stealthy approach.
And you want to do a stealth roll for this, or?
I mean, that's up to you. If you were approaching,
That's what I'm thinking, because that'll let us
Yeah.
get closer. And
Yeah, that was mostly for them, for the group. Let's see, what's my
yeah. So Irdalith
Stealth roll is not going to be passing.
sneaks. So Irdalith disappears back in the jungle. It is not as like seamless as the very first time he had done it, but he definitely like disappears into the. He definitely disappears into the like the jungle, and you cannot perceive him anymore.
okay, I got a 38. My stealth is 56.
All right, yeah. And let's see here. How did Tigo do? 47 versus a. Oh, I think Ed's talking to Pete's.
Yeah,
Basically,
I had
critical
somebody ask me questions.
to,
Okay.
Damn.
Damn.
So I have a 47, and I believe it's agility 41, and I have 2, so it's. Yeah, that's 47, and I have to beat a 57.
Okay, good. So you.
Plus the cloak.
Yeah, so I think that's what a plus 20.
Yep.
Yeah, so you're stealthing pretty well. And Gar is 30 versus what's your.
I need to hit a 5.
Wait, what was it?
I need to hit a 5 to stealth.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I'm gonna go.
I take some leaves and I put them around Gar, and they're not poisonous. And I put a flower on his chain axe.
Gar is a walking tank.
Yeah, that's not roll. All right, well, fuck it. I'll just roll D100 and just do the math myself.
Terrible, terrible math.
Blah, 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 blah. The flower is the one that won Gar over right there.
Okay. So as you approach, Watchmaker and Tigo are completely silent, and you just approach the tall grass, make your way around the various rocks, and are able to approach the Iron Wolves patrol. But they do hear Gar coming.
It's like a giant walking.
Yeah, I mean, he's covered in like plate armor. He's got a flamer and a chain axe, and he has like a thing that's
Gar's
like.
just gonna step to the fore and just like roll up on them.
Yeah.
Be like, "Hello, fellas."
They just like draw their like las guns and point them at you, like, halt, who goes there?
Why it is I, Gar Deepfell, wandering preacher of these woods.
They
Would you like to hear the words of the God Emperor?
no. They
Well,
look incredible. Like this is like the
it's parlay,
weirdest.
isn't it?
One of them lowers his gun. The other two have them like up at the ready. And
Gar kind of nods towards the other two.
I'll announce myself and indicate that Tigo should stay stealthed.
Mhm.
So I'll say coming in from your side. I assume they'll all swivel to face me, and I'll come out with my gun up over my head so they can see I'm not ready to fire, and
okay.
I'll hang on. Let me take a look at my notes real quick. I have a thing for this. As soon as I remember where my notes are, there they are. I'll kind of adopt like a bushman's like, "Core, never seen Xenos like these. It was something couldn't have been, but it looked something like a gray owl."
The one who had lowered his gun lowers it the rest of the way.
And I'll mark that. And so what you doing out here, fellas?
It's like one of them like gets on the microbeat. It's like, we have to call this into base. One moment.
Quick, chop his head off.
Hey,
Gar immediately swing the chain axe at that guy.
you know what we can do if you want to give me just one line is what was the name of that bird? Not the owl, the Tigo. That's what it's called, Tigo. And then Tigo just comes out of the fucking woods and evaporates him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I even
So
have a damage roll on that?
just for the hell of it, roll a d10 for your initiative, because I want to see who's going to act first in this.
1d10.
7. Okay.
Oh, right. I just rolled a physical D10. Let me roll. Hey.
All right.
Hey.
Really?
And 1, and 2, and 3. Okay. So. Let's see here.
Also, if you need agility bonuses for tie breaking, mine is a 4.
Ooh. Yeah, so the Gray Owl is real slow to react. He's like very confused about this whole situation. He was expecting to be contacted, but not like this.
I
And
can't fault him.
the other two are a little quicker on the draw, but it doesn't matter because 3 shots come from the jungle and strike through like the in between where like helmet meets armor in the necks of the 2 iron wolves and just execute them.
Nice.
And they just fall to the ground. And Eardrelith and the 2 rangers come out of the jungle, and
I'll put a hand up to the Grail so he knows not to, shoot at them in a panic or something.
he's just like, "What the hell?"
Yeah, sorry about the circumstances, but we were waylaid on our way to find you, and we're in a, let's call it a partnership for resolving things and getting off this planet alive.
He just looks like the throne damn ghosts Eldar.
This kind, at least.
Can't speak to your ghosts, but
This planet has no shortage of them.
All right.
At any rate, they mean to protect the crypt that the Grey Wolves are trying to get into.
Yes, we. Yes. All right. I suppose I should report then. Okay. Yes. My name is Oliver Lyon. I've infiltrated into the Iron Wolves. We were given some information from the Ebony Syndicate. They received it from some unknown source of this world. We were told directly how to disable the obelisks that are projecting whatever sort of field is around this world. And we were given some unknown Xenos device to disable it.
Would it be of Eldar make, or is it something else?
It's old, I can tell you that, and it's definitely something I'm not familiar with. It is finely crafted, but where it came from, I couldn't tell. I know nothing of Xenos technology.
does Idrolith perk up? Is he like, oh, that's our obelisk disabler widget?
You could make like an awareness or probably a scrutiny roll for this one.
I will try a scrutiny roll. My scrutiny would be perception plus 10, so that puts me at a 64.
Yeah.
I will roll. Nice.
When they mentioned like that they had received unknown, like they had received information about where the obelisks were and were given a device to disable them, Eardrelith kind of like almost imperceptibly makes like a slight like twitch of his head, and his ears kind of like perk up at that. But beyond that, he shows no indication one way or another of how he's feeling.
Well, let's question it.
Yeah, I'll
This Idrolith?
I imagine a Xenos device, or the device that would actually disable the obelisks, would be of Eldar make, yes.
Know of any devices like that?
Oh yes, I'm sure there's plenty of devices that could actually disable these obelisks. In fact, we have one ourselves for actually getting into the crypt. As for where these Iron Wolves received it, I couldn't say. I can't imagine any Eldar would willingly give them this technology.
We know the Iron Wolves they're just the muscle for our real quarry who aren't on this planet. I'm all but certain. So we know they deal in xenotech, and it seems likely that they provided it in order to get into the crypt and get what they want, which usually is more xenotech.
Interesting. Will definitely be. Who is this group you're after?
They're a criminal syndicate dealing in xenotechnology and taking advantage of the sector's recent war to try to consolidate more power.
Mm-hmm. And their name would be.
Fuck it. They are called the Gray Syndicate. Or Ebony Syndicate, I'm sorry. The Ebony Syndicate.
The Ebony Syndicate. Interesting. We'll be on the lookout for these thieves. I'll have to make sure that we also secure the Eldar technology they're using to unlock the obelisk and attempt to gain access to the crypt.
Yeah, we would also like to see that secured. Normally we would like incinerate it, but
It sounds like you've got that on lock.
yeah.
We'll be returning it to our craft world.
That's fine by me. We're here for objectives. You're here for objectives, and they don't seem to be at odds.
Yes. What should we do about this one? Will you execute him? And he points to Oliver, to Grey Owl.
No, I think he should stay with us. You take care of your own, we take care of our own.
Very well. We will leave you to deal with him. Oliver's just like, very like frightened by this. Like, I should remind you, I'm inquisitorial asset. Once I'm done here,
not that kind of taken care of. I hate this world.
I'll be infiltrating back into the Iron Wolves once I'm done here.
All right. Do you know how to get back in such a way that we have to make an attack on the tomb? So you may wish to wait until after.
You could distractify the shit out of them.
Yeah, that or you come in from the side we're not coming in from. Like, we're hitting them from two sides. You come in from the other side, and when they look your way, then we hit them in the crossfire.
You can lead them into an ambush or draw off a bunch.
That's very true. Yes,
you can come stumbling out of the forest like, holy shit, the ghosts! They killed the rest of the patrol. Help!
Well,
go this way. You know, one of those things.
That was my plan, actually. I was going to microbeat into base and just report that the patrol had been ambushed by the ghosts and 2 of them are dead, which is true.
It sure is.
Just looks down at the 2 people he'd just been walking with a few minutes ago.
He asked me to go to his kid's bar mitzvah.
We could... I could put in a call and say that they're tracking me back to camp, or at least I suspect they're tracking back to camp, and request additional reinforcements.
You mean to come out from the camp to collect you, or to join them at the camp?
Join them at the camp to defend. The camp is set up 2 clicks from the entrance to the crypt. The psionic defenses they have set up there make it... It's just too much to actually like camp there and stay there for more than a few minutes at a time. So we're getting as close as we can before it just becomes too overwhelming.
I see. Well, what do you guys think? We have a fairly strong advantage at the moment. Maybe what you could do is if we hit the guards first, you could come in and say your patrol came back to find them all dead and pull off more after the ones at the tomb are dealt with.
Do you want me
Does that make sense?
Radio in after you've attacked the tomb? The entrance?
It depends, because I guess I'm misinterpreting whether we're drawing more enemies to us or moving them away.
My idea was to draw them out into the woods. Like, he would go to base camp and be like, help, they're this way, you know, or radio to them, be like, come out here, we're under attack.
I could.
Well, first thing is, how many do they have there? I remember I was away a minute, so I don't know.
Yes. So Oliver's. Well, we have various patrols coming in and out of the crypt patrol. We try not to spend more than a few minutes, but it sounds like they're about ready to open it up. So we've had a couple dozen there. But if they think that the camp is being attacked, or they can gain advantage and kill the ghosts, then they would draw the people away from the entrance to the crypt itself. So that might be the advantage that you want.
That seems prudent then, yeah. The only question is what that leaves us with when the jig is up.
Oh,
When we try to get out.
yeah. So we've lost quite a few people in the jungle to various the insects, to the ghosts. He like puts his hand out, showing like the Eldar. But we still have more, just a bit over 100 members of the Iron Wolves, and the major who's leading the operation has been able to secure mercenary work from both the crew and the orcs of this world.
That's
He's
pretty steep.
making sure to keep the two groups separated from one another, but it sounds like he isn't. It sounds like he wants to have them attack the Imperial Guard bunker, and then we'll be able to escape from one of the landing ships once the bunker has been captured.
What can we do to forestall that attack? Because I don't want to leave those people to die at the hands of orcs and Kroot.
That I'm not sure about. He's been able to make some deals with with both groups successfully. I suppose he has been making sure to keep them far apart. If you could,
I was about to say, do you think there's a way we could bring them all together and let them tear each other apart and then use that chaos to get back out?
That I'm not sure about. I don't know. That we were all kind of hoping they would just. I mean, several members of the Iron Wolves were not exactly happy that this is happening, but it's been useful now that the orcs aren't trying to kill us, mostly.
Orcs are gonna orc.
Well, that's the one thing. Orcs are predictable. You can predict that they'll eventually turn on you. We were just kind of hoping to get out before that occurs. Well, my patrol will be done soon, so I'm going to need to radio back that we were attacked soon. We can hopefully draw a number of Iron Wolves away from the crypt's entrance back to the camp, and then maybe even get a few of them out from the camp into the jungle.
Seems like as good a setup as anything we're gonna get.
All right, I'll make my way back to camp, and I'm going to microbeat in that we've been attacked, and I'm the sole survivor. And
okay.
So it's 5 kilometers from here to the entrance to the crypt, and then the actual camp we set up is about 2 kilometers west of where the crypt's entrance is. I figure you have... Once they radio in from the crypt's entrance, you're going to have about 30 minutes to get in and out before reinforcements arrive.
All right. Then let's thing to do.
All right. I'll head back through. And so he's heading back. He gets on the microbeat, and you hear him calling in the attack on the patrol to the camp before he gets far enough away that you can't hear him.
Alrighty.
Earleth just comes up. So it seems you found the member that you were looking for. So it looks like he won't be in the attack. I'm assuming that means we are free to engage.
You are very free to engage.
Very well. Same plan then. We will wait for your attack, at which point we will begin our attack ourselves.
Be ready for Kroot and feral orcs. They might bring one or the other group in.
Always something to be aware of. We'll patrol ahead and make sure we can identify anyone there.
All right, then let's kill a whole bunch of Iron Wolves.
Yeah.
I am attempting to roll the dice. There we are. Yeah, Eardolith just slips back into the jungle, the cameline cloak activating, and after just a moment, he is completely gone.
I'm surprised our test rolls haven't gone through yet. That's scary.
I think they're gone.
I think they probably just timed out, yeah.
Yeah, lost to the void. It's definitely... I'm hoping like the actual attack rolls work, but I'm not too confident, but... All right, anyway, go ahead and make some couple... Yeah, everybody can make survival rolls if they want, again, to cover the last stretch before the actual crypt entrance.
Okay. Survival, once again, will be versus 64. Ra-ta-ra-ta-ra.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I passed that. It's just...
Ah,
Yeah, I think you had, what, a 67?
I have to beat something pretty high. Let's see, 41 plus 10, 71. I think is 2 ticks is plus 20. Are they cumulative
plus
or
10. The first tick is just known, and then the first one after that is plus 10.
Yeah, the first tick is you're not getting the negative 20.
then I should be good.
Okay.
I hit right on the dot, I believe.
It just has to match, yeah. Okay, so Tigo is able to guide you through, like, Watchmaker and Gar got a little turned around, but Tigo is, especially because he's from a death world, you know to follow his lead for this planet, and he's able to guide you through. So even though you get turned around a little bit, you only lose a couple of minutes.
That's good.
At which point Tigo is able to guide you to the entrance to the crypt. So, okay, we'll just...
And if possible, we can pop the cork with another ambush, because I do so love the sneak attack head deletion.
It's like an Aztec kind of temple thing leading up.
Yeah, so able to hide behind one of these obelisks. And so what you see is it is 6 obelisks that are just reaching up about 30 meters into the sky. And they basically flank the approach to the entrance to the crypt. And the crypt itself is, as Ed had said, it is basically this kind of pyramid shape, black stone that is basically like a big fat version of these obelisks, where it's like a wide base that is completely sheer up to a point, at which point it turns into a pyramid at the top. But the actual entrance is a kind of almost layered set of doors that push forward. And so what you see are a number of Iron Wolves who are... Token layer. So you see a number of Iron Wolves that are just behind these steel barricades they have set up that they can take cover behind. About a meter thick and a meter high, or they'd be like about waist high. You also see a couple of Iron Wolves who are at the actual entrance to the crypt, attempting to use what looks to be some kind of Xeno device to actually get into the door. And as you approach, the buzzing ceases. Like the buzzing that was in the back of your head ceases. And it looks like they have been able to successfully decrypt the entrance and turn off the actual defenses that the crypt was putting out. But you also see an Iron Wolves officer here who is in the middle of an argument with this very tall, about 10-foot tall orc, who is wielding this like big, mean-looking like axe that looks like it was just hammered out of scrap metal, and they're in an argument with one another. And you don't hear what the Iron Wolves officer is saying, but the orc's voice is being carried across pretty, like you can hear it from like the distance you are. And he's just yelling out, "We have a deal, Umi." That's right, you give us the teeth, and we'll tackle you up. We're looking for a good fight, rare crumps and mobies.
Teeth? He wants teeth?
Yeah, the orcs use teeth as money.
Yep.
I will scope the battlefield and look for a vulnerable target I can use my head deletion no jutsu on.
Alright, so you see it is 7 Iron Wolves. It is 6 of their troopers, as well as 1 officer. And these Iron Wolves are different from the ones you had previously encountered. They are wearing light carapace armor, but they still have las guns. And they are just keeping a lookout across like the entrance to the to where you are, but you are hidden behind this obelisk right now.
Is the orc wearing a helmet?
The orc is not wearing a helmet.
All right. He seems suitable.
I was gonna say the orc is probably what you want to get rid of.
So I am going to start an aimed called shot for his head.
Okay.
And I'll let you guys choose what positions you want to get into, because this looks like it'll be a nasty approach if we... Actually, let me do the draw distance thing before I say I can snipe him from here. I should be able to, because it's a crazy-ass long las. But...
Was a lot.
One question. Oh, whoops.
Actually, yeah, what I might want to do is advance a little closer, but that'll let me get the close range bonus and just fucking doink them from afar.
There we go. I forgot to set it to meters.
Ah, okay.
There
That
we
actually... Oh, no, I'm good then. I am fucking hella good.
It doesn't, yeah.
Are in meters? So, like, if I run 12, I can run 12 meters?
Yeah. So, basically squares.
So this is just wide open.
Yeah.
See.
Yeah, they've been clearing it, so it's like a killing field. Unfortunately for them, that's going to cut both ways.
Yep.
Though they do, of course, have fortifications. We don't.
Yeah, so they are basically, like, waist high behind this these barricades they've set up.
Okay.
What are the odds of stealthing behind and like avoiding this guy? Like,
You could attempt it. You could attempt to stealth behind them. While they've cleared a lot of the trees away, there's still plenty of like tall grass, bushes, and it's about afternoon, so the sun is like high up in the sky, but it does also create deep shadows from where these obelisks are.
let me see. What do I have to? What am I playing with here? My stealth is agility 2, so it's +10. The cloak is 20.
The only question is what we can do to get Garin faster.
Let's see.
You may want to fade that.
Just rushing them.
Yeah, I
Or
was.
running
Yeah,
down
let me
the
fade.
field.
Yeah, I was. Let me fade that. Wow.
Jesus.
Well,
Do you get any bonuses for being on a death world?
Actually, I'm not
I mean, it's a
sure.
+10, but it's also a crit fail. Although I don't think that.
Well, no. If it was a +10, I would have passed the first one, and I would not have faded.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So we'll call that a Yeah. So if you weren't going to fate, then that's fine. So
Yeah,
what's
if it was
your
yeah.
what's your degrees of success for your stealth roll?
So that would have been 2.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. So he doesn't see. He.
I take it if Gar like stealths very slowly, he would not make noise and this guy wouldn't see him
Well, he doesn't see him
Until he-
now. But,
until he broke this plane right here.
he would have to roll stealth to see, but it is. Fact is, it matches. Like their degrees of success match, and your
You could do a roll off.
Yeah, I would say do one more stealth roll versus one more awareness, just to make sure, because it matches so perfectly.
Same fucking roll.
The nicest roll.
But he also
Don't tell me he rolled the same thing.
no, he rolled a little bit worse enough that you have actually barely succeeded at stealth roll.
Incidentally, the critical fail that before we knew that I had the +10 is just an inverted 69.
That's funny, yeah. Okay. So while it looks like he had at first seen you, one of the Iron Wolves has seen you, they do not. So Tigo is able to sneak closer to about here.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. Where's my token here?
So yeah, the sun is. So yeah, it's not quite noon. So the sun is actually just behind the temple, shining towards you, creating shadows that are pushing down to the south. So if you wished to approach closer, you could attempt to as well.
I think I'm good where I'm at, and I'll just use the long las for this fight. And I think I could still hit them with the bolter within my normal range bracket if I had to.
Okay. And what does Gar want to do?
Gar is going to start running down the field like a.
Down the middle of the field?
No, not the middle of the field. Tigo's sneaking down the side.
You mean
but
this lane right here?
Gar wants to just run like here.
basically, This is the lane we're in. So I'm going to move 12 squares up at a run.
So once he charges, can I use him as cover since they're distracted? And
I'm gonna go for like right here.
All right. So are you stealthing or no?
I'm not trying to stealth.
Okay. So at that point, all right. So you move up there, and then
I assume I get to do my shooting before we hit that point.
yeah. So they see Gar easily, but yeah, they would see Gar like this shape moving and would have their guns at the ready and would yell back, but they haven't actually engaged yet. So knowing what the plan is, you would have your first shot before anything, like before we went into initiative.
Okay, cool. So I will do the shooty when you say when.
Yeah, you could go ahead and make a shot.
All right. This is going to be a called shot to the head of the orc.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to use the macro because this will help calculate it. Full aim. Short range.
And any macro works since the first roll I did.
Yeah. Single shot with a +15 modifier.
Yeah, so the orc pushing the Iron Wolves captain out of the way.
Well, it did that half of the macro. Let's see if it can actually do the roll. Otherwise, I have to calculate this by hand, and that's going to be a dick.
Yeah. Yeah, the orc
mission.
The orc knob pushes the Iron Wolves officer out of the way when he hears like the shouting below. He's like, "What's all this then?"
Ah, fuck! I'm gonna have to do this by hand.
Goddamn
All right.
roll
Fix this shit. Like
Happy selfie and
rich character sheets that do rolls for you are like 70% of the point of the platform.
Yeah.
Like all this other stuff we can ad hoc really easily.
yeah. All right. So it'll be 46 plus 20 plus 10 plus. Okay, I don't get the single shot bonus because I'm doing a call shot, but I don't have a call shot penalty
Okay.
because of a talent I took. Then it's my mods on the gun, which is plus 15. So, assuming I have mathed correctly, I'm rolling against a 91 and hoping I roll low.
Okay.
Okay.
69.
69.
Apparently, that's the fucking.
Number of the day.
We got a really horny dice roller today.
All right. So yep. The orc is surprised because he wouldn't have had a chance, and so we'll go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. and it's accurate.
Okay.
It also has felling 4 if he has unnatural toughness, which I'm guessing he does.
He does, yeah. So basically it ignores 4 points of a natural toughness?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, and that will be an additional 2d10, so let me do 3d10 plus 5 to the head.
Okay. So you do 14 points of damage to his head?
Plus 5, yeah, so 19 energy damage to his head.
Ignoring 1 toughness.
And it's got a penetration of 1 as well.
Okay. So you shoot. Yeah, so 14. Okay. 1 second. Alright, so the orc. 6. Thank you. Yep, you just put like a las round right into the center of his head, and like this thick like blast energy just strikes him in the face, and he just starts screaming in pain. It's like, "Oi! Looking like we got someone to crump."
Crump.
I'm gonna stomp you, Umies.
Hooray!
And he just like pulls out his chopper. Whoa! And with that, I want everyone to roll initiative.
Lol.
Good luck, everybody.
Rolling the dice.
And maybe it will be so
I
very.
got a bad. That will be plus agility.
Yeah, it is.
So that's a 5 for me.
It does look like it's actually rolling the initiative.
I think the base die rolls don't go through any rigmarole on the back end that causes it to get chugged up.
Actually,
I had to click it like 5 times, then I got 2 rolls.
1 second, because I clicked the wrong dude. Okay. Officer. Okay, so that's working. That's good.
It takes a little bit of time, though, but...
Trooper. Okay, everyone rolled. Let me just take a quick little peek here. Let us.
I think we're waiting... Did I see Jeremy's roll?
I see Iron Wolf's Trooper, Tigo. Oh, hold on.
Oh. I double-clicked because it wasn't, like,
That's weird.
going off, and then it went off.
This should not be there.
But it should be fine. The 7.
Yeah, yeah, let's see here. Matt got a 5.
Yep.
Okay.
This is really fucky.
Yeah, let me see if I can
We
just...
made a fucky wucky.
Let me see if I can add you to this. Can I add...
I see Gar.
Yeah, I see Gar.
He wrote a 3. That's why.
Hold on a second. Add...
I wish to preach the God Emperor's word to you, and then start shooting.
There, Watchmaker. And Watchmaker got a 5.
Mm-hmm. Oh well.
Come on. 5. Thank you. And I'm pretty sure, what's your agility bonus?
Mine? Plus
Yeah.
4.
Let's see, I think theirs is only a 3. Well, his is a 4.
My total agility is 46 for...
Okay, yeah, so you would still go ahead of them.
Good.
Alright. Oh, and actually, you know what? Who else
Oh,
I
I
have?
actually rolled higher than most of you. What?
And actually, you know what? It is going to be important I do this, so very quickly. There's a lot of shit to keep track of, really.
Yeah, a lot of moving parts here.
Alright, guys. Holy fuck. Okay, so we'll get started. So, the Eldar, who are farther back, so Eagolith was right, he's going to stand about 200 meters away, and he is going to fire his Eldar long rifle at the Orc Knob.
He too tastes blood.
Too bad my rolls were so low. I could have fucking one-shot that fucker.
Yeah. Standard. No modifier.
Roll 20 stole your thunder.
Yeah, no fun allowed. Yeah.
This is the no fun league.
Let's see if it actually rolled.
I do not like the no fun.
No, I had suspected as much. All right, fuck it. We'll just have to do it normally. Yeah, he hits. There's really no getting around that. He just fucked him. He shot that orc hella hard.
Good.
Well, whatever Matt left of him to shoot.
Look at us having a dick waving contest with each other while sniping.
Yeah, he just blows the rest of the orc knob's head off.
This kills the crab.
Basically, yeah, just like the scissors and the fucking crab's head. Goodbye, orc
He
knob.
jerks his head one way and then the shot takes it from the other and it just kind of shears it apart.
Yeah, he's just like... The orc knob's just like... He's gonna stomp these umis... Just like right through the side of his head. Like in one side, out the other. Just looks at the Iron Wolves officer. You smell something, Umi. Falls face first.
I can smell burnt toast. Thump.
And the Iron Wolves officer just yells, "Take cover!" But doesn't matter because the Eldar Rangers are now up because they have fucking insane agility. Yeah, and they shoot the officer. And do 15 points of damage to this guy here.
Is that each all? Is that each ranger?
Yeah, they're all shooting. Yeah, so, well...
Yeah, Eldar are crazy shit powerful.
Yeah, I was just making sure, like, that's not combined, right? That's each ranger.
Where's the officer? Damn it, there's a lot of parts here.
Don't worry.
Heresy.
They're helping you by thinning out the herd.
Corrective book management.
And they do just enough. I think that was in the body, right? 83. No, it's in the leg.
Oh, I forgot to mention. Did I happen to put that orc into critical wounds when I shot him?
No.
Okay. If I had, I would have given him the extra bonus fun.
No, he had a lot of wounds and like a ton of toughness, even with even stripping away his unnatural toughness, he still has like an obscene amount of toughness.
Yeah, makes sense.
15. I think he's got 5 if I'm doing my math right, which I probably am not, but fuck it.
Whatever.
I'm having to... All the tools I had been relying on have like stripped away, and now,
Stolen from you.
Now that Roll20 is not doing like the rolls I wanted it to. And I'm just gonna have the other Eldar do attack against the same target. It doesn't matter because the ballistic skill is just too insane. They just fucking annihilate this dude.
Why do they need us?
It's not necessarily that they need us, it's that it makes it less likely for them to get hurt.
Yeah.
Like, they will happily burn an entire planet of humans to save a couple of Eldar lives.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Uh-oh, killed all the humans. Whatever. Killed all the Monkai. That's their name for humans.
Yeah, it's basically monkey.
Yep. They're just calling you all monkeys, the bastards. But yeah, they just fucking execute that dude. All right, Tigo, you're up.
Oh, cool. So what is this bro over here doing now? Is he just like looking behind him?
Yeah, he's like, well, he saw Gar approaching. So he's not at all like
worried about.
Yeah, he's heard like the people fall behind him, but he is looking down towards Gar, the shot he can like see. Although Gar is now behind like an obelisk, so this guy does not have a good line of sight on him. But he doesn't know you're there.
So can I actually get to here without him noticing with my stealth roll?
You'd have to make another stealth roll.
Okay. And if I fail, I just charge him and stab him in the face. Okay.
A stealth roll would be probably a full action to stealth move there.
Oh, screw that. He's just gonna die.
Just break cover and fucking run.
So can I just go here? Like I was...
You could charge there. That'd be easy enough.
And I can go to here. Well, what was my move? Double my agility?
It would be to make a charge for you. It would be, I believe, your
It's 4.
yeah,
My
your agility, blah blah blah, is charge. You can go 21. I think you can charge 21 squares.
In moving regularly?
No, making a charge is if you wanted to move like a half action move, it would be. Oh, hold on, I'm looking at the wrong thing.
My bonus is 4.
Yeah, let me just take a look.
4, 5, 6,
It'd be
7.
8. You could charge 12. You can half action move 4 and full action move 8.
So I can charge right here and attack him then.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Let me just get my little diddly do out. You could go like, yeah, you could full action move to this guy without any trouble, but
Yeah,
you might as well just charge. Yeah, so if you're just gonna run and charge him, so just
Right.
out behind the obelisk, just like screaming warrior with like 2 power swords. Just very quickly make a athletics or acrobatics to just see how well you can get over the this barrier. However,
Not around it?
you wouldn't be able to get around it as a charge because the last 4 meters need to be a straight line.
Okay, hang on. Oh, I see what you're saying. Let's
Yeah,
see.
I won't. I won't. This
Yeah,
won't be
let's go
anything
there.
too crazy. Like unless you actually really fuck up pretty badly, I won't.
Do you know who you're talking to?
Roll.
It's... Oh yeah, that's right. The thing doesn't work.
Yeah, just roll a d100 and compare it to either
Actually,
your
it's
acrobatics.
just Oops, that's a question mark.
See, is it? Oh yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
You easily clear it. All right, go ahead and make a charge attack roll against this dude.
If it works.
Yeah, you probably have to do it in our head. I like Dark Heresy, but there's a lot of numbers. There's a lot of crunch. I don't really mind the crunch when it does like Roll20 does like the majority of the math for me though. But we're doing it old school. We're gonna like
Charge. Okay. So I'm just gonna roll, and then we'll just.
yeah, we'll just do the math in our head.
I'll do the.
Yeah, this takes me.
I
back.
mean,
32, I think hits easily
I think
enough.
we're more than fine because
Because I think
I don't know how the formula works.
Well, charge edge is plus 20 to your weapon skill.
Correct.
So you're
That's-
rolling against a what's your weapon skill currently? Like 40?
46.
46, so it's
That's
66. So you succeed by 3 degrees of
3.
success. He didn't succeed on his awareness, so he doesn't see you. So he's not like he'd be able to dodge really anyway, but you can go ahead and just make a your 2-weapon attack against him.
Okay, let's see.
So you basically just one
Does-
time each with both power swords. Okay, you 19, pen 5, and 14. I don't know. I don't think this dude could really survive that. Let me just bring it up real quick.
Probably not.
Pen 5, so you're clipping through the entirety of his armor.
Whatever they pay these fuckers is not enough.
Well, it's not enough when it's you guys.
We did bring Eldar to a knife fight.
I mean, you did handle the Elder thing pretty well. You went a lot more like radical than I was thinking you would.
I mean, when they said we've got the drop on you and we could kill you, I took them at face value.
Yeah, I would.
It sure looks
also-
like they weren't lying.
Yeah, no, they that was not a bluff.
Bloop.
I think we made the right call.
Everybody wins except the Iron Wolves.
I mean, Hellscythe might be pissed with us, but we can also be like, you know, it was this or
Die.
pretty
Mission
much.
fail.
Yeah,
How's
I'm a
Hellscythe?
bit...
Sorry,
Well,
go ahead.
What were you saying, Matt?
I was saying, Hellscythe also seems like the type who would be pragmatic about it rather than very Puritan.
I guess you could...
Whatever, you had to get the mission done.
I
That's all that
mean-
matters.
I guess you are Ordo Hereticus, not Xenos, so... Anyway, Tigo has just, like, taken the 2 power swords, just like, turn, like, the scissors, just scissored this dude to death. This kills the crab type of scenario.
our defense, it was hilarious.
And this guy just sees his friend just like get chopped apart next to him. Ah! Watchmaker, you're up.
All right. I am going to half action aim and shoot at. Let's see. Who looks the most on guard and/or the most exposed?
The
these
most
guys in the back?
the most exposed are these two here, who were attempting to get this crypt open before they.
I will shoot the one who is holding the device because it was one of them, right?
It was this guy.
Then yeah, him.
Okay.
Just you.
All right, go ahead and make an attack roll against him.
All right, and this one, fortunately, I wrote down my scratch notes, so this should be a little fat.
Oh, wow.
He's fucked.
Yeah, it's against a 96, right?
In this case, it would actually be, I think, a little higher because I didn't do a called shot to his head.
Okay.
I am only half aiming, but it's still, I get a plus 20 to make, or a plus 10 to make up for that.
He wouldn't be able to dodge that no matter what. So go ahead and roll.
Yeah, the degrees of success on the shot would impose that many degrees of success penalty to dodge.
All right, yeah, go ahead and make a roll against him, or for damage.
Okay, it'll be 2d10.
20.
Wait, those are d12s? It says 2d12. That's weird.
Yeah, go ahead and roll the.
I bet I'm gonna roll like shit after that.
Not bad compared.
Yeah, plus 5 is 17.
Well, actually, a little above average. So yeah. So
And the shot location was 32.
His body. What's the pen?
And it's pen 1.
Okay.
Yeah, pen 1.
Okay, so just 8. So it was 17. Reduce it by 8 is 9. Okay.
And if he goes into critical wounds, he takes an additional 6.
Yeah. So he's.
I think he has to still be alive to take that additional 6.
Yeah. So you have done loads of damage. Can I actually alter it here, or will it just do it for? Damn it. It does for everyone. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. Roll 20. Why you gotta be like? It's getting worse. Roll 20. I thought it'd be getting better. All right. Yeah. So he is badly hurt.
Okay.
And actually, one thing I wanted to do is. Yeah. Actually, let's go. Just so I can know who's hurt. There we are. I'm just gonna put little tags so I can know who's hurt because I'm having. Okay. So yeah, you just like he's not dead, but like the last round cut through his armor and pretty deep into his like muscles and torso. He's having a bad time.
Could be worse. An Eldar could shoot him in the head.
This is true.
This is probably in his immediate future.
All right. These guys are going to full action run to cover. So, actually, how far can he move? Hold on a second. I actually have that thing. Oh, he's going to just full run. Just like full run to cover here. 1, 2. So they're out. So we'll start with this guy here who is going to turn to Tigo. Yeah, he would have heard the power. Tigo probably had a stummer on thinking about it.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? He's going to make an awareness roll.
Nice.
To determine if he hears, 55. Nope, just fails. He does not see Tigo or hear, like, he does not perceive Tigo has, like, annihilated his friend. He can't get a good shot on Gar. He can't get a good shot on Watchmaker, and he does not know where the fuck the Eldar are firing from. So he is going to aim down the field. He's gonna full action aim at Gar and he's gonna Overwatch. He's gonna do an Overwatch action and wait for Gar or Watchmaker to pop out so he can pop him.
Okay.
But so he is no longer doing that.
It's one of those movies where you're just like, the killer's behind you, you dumb bitch.
Yeah. Well, it's like that where, like, there's a stummer field, so they can't even fucking hear. Otherwise, it would have been, like, this, like, zapping sound. Just like, zap, scream, splooch.
Call the police. I am the police.
All right, let's see here. The rest,
You're
however...
in danger.
Oh, no. Let me collect this, please. Okay, they have clear line of sight on Gar,
Or
so they are going to take shots at Gar.
Everyone now shoots Gar.
Yeah, they
Hidden
have...
cushion you.
Well,
I may be fucked. We'll see.
we'll see.
Running down an open field. Bunch of enemies. Difficult.
I didn't actually have time to aim. I don't
that
know
was
why
like a reactive shot type
no,
of thing.
I don't know why I'm bothering with this. It's not going to work, and it's so freaking... Go away. I think it's short range, because it's within half. Yeah, it's within half. I don't know why I'm bothering. I'm just going to see if maybe it's working, but honestly, it has such a massive amount of lag that I think it's not even worthwhile.
Yeah, like I hit damage first before I
Yep,
hit the
he hits.
rolls. Wow.
So he hits Gar.
Oh.
So he hits you with a 5, which would be a 50, which would be right in the middle of the body. But enough damage works fine. Alright, so he hits with 10 damage, pen 0, to Gar's torso.
Okay, so I would take, my toughness and armor is 8, I would then take 2 wounds.
Okay.
Right?
Yep. This guy has already run, so it's going to be this guy's turn. He's going to shoot at Gar as well.
Everybody's gonna shoot at Gar. What the hell, guys?
He misses, however.
I kind of knew this would happen. Like, the only way to do this fight is just make myself a target. Hope I don't get
Gar
shot.
just wants to spread the word of the God Emperor, and you assholes are attacking him.
To be fair, we spread the word of the God Emperor by shooting one of their allies in the head.
Alright. The last two are going to take shots at Watchmaker. Fail. Yeah, by a lot. Well, by an okay amount. However, one of them hits with an 11. You can attempt to dodge if you'd like.
I shall. Was that at me?
Yes, the last two were shooting at you.
Alright, I will roll a dodge. My dodge is against 56. So I'll roll a d100.
Okay.
Hey!
I don't see it yet. What is it?
55.
Nice. Okay. The shot just like you're just able to drop down enough, and the shot just like whizzes right past your head.
That takes me back.
And the other two had already run, so that's them. And then finally, it's the Iron Wolves officer, and he is going to attempt to see is around. Okay, he actually is able to see Tigo. He's going to pull out his sword, and because he only has a pistol.
He's got to shoot.
Charge 9. Nope, just outside. So he's gonna charge. He's gonna attempt to run to here. He's gonna move this way with his sword out and the pistol out. And that was. So I think he was here.
You're not supposed to run with fucking sharp objects in your hand.
Okay,
We're
so
about
he's
to
gonna
give
move.
all the condolences.
He's gonna half action move, and then he's going to shoot at Tigo, and he's gonna miss like a motherfucker. Not even get a chance, really.
They're slowly realizing they're the fucking extras in our movie.
Oh god.
All right, so Gar, you're up.
Alright. Gar continues barreling towards the enemy like a metal-plated, Jesus-loving pile of doom. Looks like I can get myself to about here,
I think you should be able to run to that distance.
which will expose me to attack, but if I don't die,
What's your
it'll be in a good spot.
agility bonus? Is it 3?
2.
Oh, it's 2.
This is the armor. But does the armor
The armor knocks
Does
like off my. It would be 35. It's 25 instead.
does it
Yeah.
it affects his charging? Oh, that sucks.
Oh, actually, it might. I didn't think of that.
If you do the full run, it is.
It's 4
2
times for a run, because
Okay.
it's a double move twice, I believe.
Well, if he does the full run, yeah. Hold on, it's like 3. It's 3 times a full move for a run, so that would be 12. So he could run 12. You can
12 is what I had without any penalty from the armor, though. Is it? I don't recall if there's a penalty from the armor.
the full action run itself, or the charge?
Oh, for movement, is there a movement penalty? Do we know?
Yeah. So it would be actually. I'm not there. Let me look at your character sheet real quick. Gertie fell.
We're all going mad.
All right. Yeah, you can move. If you do a full action run, which is like you spend the entirety of your, like, not even moving, it's like going completely like I'm charging without any care of my safety.
Yeah.
Then you can go 12. So you could actually run to like, well, basically within 12 squares. So like anywhere here.
Yeah. I'm gonna put myself here.
Okay.
I have some kind of cover from like the line of dudes.
Yeah, so a run. Actually, that is also pretty good because what running does is you actually get a it's harder for them to hit you with
You're moving at full
ranged.
tilt.
Yeah, it's harder to hit you with ranged, but easier for them to hit you with the swords and melee weapons, which might be bad, but it might not be bad. So we'll see. But so that's Gar's full move. All right, Eardolith is going to go. He is going to shoot at. So they're attacking from here, so he would be able to attack from. Yeah, he's gonna focus.
I love how he's so far off the map, it's just an arrow shows up.
Yep, yeah, when you're 200 meters away, you can do whatever the fuck you want. The funny thing is that's not even the extent of their range. It's actually like 250, and then they start taking negatives to it. Alright, Eardolith is going to fire his 17. Pen 2, felon. Okay. Oh, and it's accurate. What does accurate do?
If they take the aim action, they get a +10, and it for every 2 degrees of success past, they get 1d10 or 2d10 extra damage.
Okay.
For if you use the aim action.
Yeah, that's what I thought. What is his? He's got some fucking insane ballistic skill.
So if he's doing like a half action aim, half action shoot, he's getting +1d10 damage if he gets 2 degrees of success and +10 on the hit.
Actually, hold on a second. Oh, that was a 77. Hold on. Maybe I did the math wrong real quick. It was a half action aim, so that's 64. 74 for the regular shot. Oh yeah, I think he actually misses just barely, but he does miss. So the last round, or the Eldar laser rifle round, just like travels just past the Iron Wolf's armor, as Eardolith is attempting to like shoot in between the plates and misses.
Ooh, he's gonna be sour about that one.
So it's gonna be his ranger's turn though. Roll, you bastard. Oh, it is rolling. Okay, whatever. Okay, first one. Yeah. So the 2 rangers are gonna fire. Ignore that one. I hit that by mistake. And they are going to attack the same target.
Hive mind.
More just being told who to Okay, 15 on that first one, pen 2. And 13 on that second one, pen 2. Let's see here. 80 and... Well, they don't... Yeah. They have the same armor across the board, so I'm not typically that concerned. Not against the officer, against the trooper. By 2 on each one, so that's 7. So reduces it 8, or reduces it to 6, which is 13. Doesn't matter. This dude's dead. Yeah, they just like both of the rangers who are working with him managed to get shots and are able to eliminate this guy. You're surprised. Well, actually, you don't know who's shooting. You're just seeing like 3 shots come out and 1 miss and like 2 execute this guy. So, in your mind, Eardolith just like fucking like turned this guy's head into
Mush.
into mush, and one of his rangers miss. But in like Idolus, he's just like doing like whatever Eldar do when they like haven't managed to do perfection.
Someone's gonna get really fucked up now.
All right, Tigo, you're up.
I guess I'll walk over to this guy and kill him.
Okay.
I guess. Like you're buying bread.
All right, so roll D100. No, not 1200.
Oh crap.
All right, roll D100.
Yeah, you fucking. Okay, so what was this you were doing? Were you doing a lightning attack or were you doing?
Lightning.
Okay.
It
So
doesn't really matter. He's dead no matter what I pick.
yeah, just go ahead and roll all your damage.
What was it, like
Funny
8?
enough, I think damage is rolling fine. It's just like the other calculations that aren't.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh yeah, he's fucking dead. Especially with that first one because he has no fate. So it just straight up annihilates him. Like the officer is attempting to yell to him, but he's in the summer field. And so he's like, "He's behind you, behind you!" And this guy can see the officer's mouth moving. He's like, he's yelling, but I don't hear anything. And then just down the length of him. And this guy just fucking like. Once again, Chico spiralizes somebody.
Spiralizer has arrived.
That's his fucking nickname now, the Spiral. It's kind of funny. You got max damage and then min damage on like all those rolls, except for like one of them.
It's just funny. The min damage is a lot higher than what I was expecting.
I mean, 11 with Pen 5 is still insane amounts of damage.
Yeah, that's basically like one shot a base level Dark Heresy character.
Yeah, I mean, Tigo is now like mid to upper level at this point, but
yeah, we're pretty up there.
I'm a open world boss mob. It's just like
enjoying how powerful that we're becoming.
yeah.
Oh yeah, it's very satisfying going from like, oh no, I might get shot with a regular bullet to I'm just gonna charge that line of 8 dudes. Oh, I took 2 wounds. That's impressive.
I mean, I guess once Tigo gets like power armor, that adds to like his strength bonus and just
God.
Oh dear.
I got a 20 here. Like I rolled mid damage, but I'm still doing 20.
You're basically hitting Space Marine levels at that point.
Yeah.
You're like a named character in the board game.
Just like.
Let's take the Space Marine.
Well, I mean, a Space Marine would just execute Tigo without even having a chance, really. But Tigo would give it the old college try. Well, Tigo actually probably could do decent work against a Space Marine if he was lucky. But yeah, Watchmaker, you're up.
Well, you know the thing. I'll look for a vulnerable target, half aim, shoot.
All right. Let's see here. So were you?
If it looks like I need to contain a situation, I'll target somebody who's like either attempting to flee or attempting to radio for help or something.
I mean, this dude was the one you shot before and was hurt.
I'll finish him off then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. A 92 would be his leg, right? It would be his left leg.
Okay.
Now he is behind this cover, which adds like 5 armor points.
Okay.
So just go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. And that will be plus 5 more for 15.
Okay.
And his armor value will be reduced by a lot. Like the shot permanently damages his cover.
Yeah, that's right. How much does it do it by?
Degrees of success on the shot.
Oh, okay. So that's
just like I think more than the cover has.
Yeah, you just blow apart this cover. Like you know exactly where to put the. Let's see here. Just so I know. Actually, was that map? Hold on a second. I gotta make it map. You're on the map layer now, boys. There you go.
Yay.
Okay. So that's completely gone. Let's see here. So 15. I think it still absorbs. Okay, so it absorbs the 5. And then he absorbs to his leg 9.
1 pen on my weapon.
Just enough.
Nice.
It just enters through just a hole in the armor and cuts through his artery in the leg, and he just goes down. You've just immediately cut through it, blown apart his cover, cut through his leg. He is down.
Man
Good.
down.
Good. All right.
He
So,
ain't getting back up.
all right. Iron Wolves troopers. Let's see here.
Sir, we're getting bodied. Sir.
I mean, once Gar gets a hold of this dude, it's going to be that. Okay, so we have 4 left of the troopers themselves and 1 officer. Or we'll start with this guy who is close to Gar, and actually he's within point blank. He is going to switch his. Oh shit! Remind me. Is it a half action to switch your las gun to a higher power level?
I don't know. I don't ever do it. I don't think so. But I don't know.
Hold on 1 second. Where it talked about it? Was it qualities? Was it weapon qualities? Maximal.
Let's see.
What was it called? It was.
Overcharge?
Yeah, I think it was called over.
Las weapon variable setting.
That's what it was. Variable. You know, I might just have it written down, to be honest. Okay, where is it? Thinking about it. Oh, here it is. Okay, yeah, variable setting. Overcharge 1. I think it might be a free action, especially because anything maximal is a free action to like switch it to that.
Yeah, I think so. It
Alright.
does lose the reliable quality, but it does more damage in pen.
Yeah, he's gonna set his to overcharge and fire at Gar.
Okay. Overcharge.
Yep. So we got a 41. Actually, I think it does hit. Yeah, it hits. Okay. Guard could attempt to dodge if you wanted to.
I will attempt to dodge.
Oh, but he's got a negative 20 to hit you because of your run. That being said, it doesn't matter, especially, yeah.
The run causes him to not hit me.
No, he would take a negative 20, but the problem is because he's in point
He's in
blank.
point blank range, and you haven't engaged in melee yet.
Yeah, so he's able to shoot you. So yeah, you can attempt to dodge if you would like.
Okay, that button does nothing, so let's try that.
Yeah, just roll like a D100. I'm gonna assume, yeah, that doesn't hit.
Dodge is trained, so it's at a... Trained is just at an even, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so that's against 25. So I'm not dodging. Guard's not
Alright.
dodging.
Okay, he's gonna roll damage on his las gun then. Okay, it is actually going to be
The officer's turn.
1 additional damage because he's overcharging.
Okay, so 10 versus, and a 57 is my...
75 is, I think, the...
It's the leg, I think. Although, considering you're behind cover.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You probably lucked out.
Yeah, right leg. So you are. It reduces that damage by 5 because of the cover that this offers.
Which would cause me to just soak that damage.
Yeah. So
Nice.
the round, like the last round, cuts through the barricade, strikes Gar's leg, and does nothing against him. He just shrugs it off, and then she's like, "Oh fuck."
Yeah, that's a realistic response.
All right. This dude is going to attempt to. Did it roll twice on my side? It looked like it rolled twice to me, but anyway. He's going to shoot at Gar as well. 23. He's not in point blank, but he's still, I think, within half.
Yeah.
Yeah, short range. So it doesn't matter. So Gar already attempted to dodge. Okay, so he's going to also have switched his into the. And he's going to roll damage. So that's actually a 12. Reduced by 5 for the, 32. So it's actually the torso. So you don't get the benefit of your,
Cover.
yeah, so it's right to the center of your torso.
So 12, I soak 8, I take 4.
Okay, so you lose 4 wounds.
Oops, that's me at 6.
And this guy seeing that his friend has successfully shot Gar, thinking Gar is taken care of, he's going to shoot at Watchmaker.
Wants to get in on that?
What was it?
Said he wants to get in on that?
Yeah, well, he's going to shoot at Watchmaker and fail.
Good.
The other guy is going to shoot at Watchmaker and succeed, unless you want to dodge.
I will attempt to dodge.
And they have set all their weapons to overcharge.
Dodge is once again going to be agility plus 10, 56.
Pistol.
Yes.
You're
This
getting
pleases Gaga.
Yep.
You're getting every single bit of those numbers.
And the round, once again, just like, you dodge like to your left one time, to your right now, and like the rounds are just like going over one shoulder over
It
the
looks
other.
like I'm fucking boxing with bullets.
And this guy's like, what the? He's like trying to correct to like where you were with your movement away. You're just like, I know what the fuck I'm doing. All right, this officer here is going to attempt to, now that Gar is by him, he's going to attempt to hit Gar. Where is he? Officer here. With his sword.
Does he not understand this is a very bad decision on
All
his
right,
part?
let's see here. 61. Okay, he has 46 plus 10 is 56 plus 20 is 76, so he does succeed. And shit, that's with a chainsword. Wait, that's not energy, that's rending. Okay, Gar, he is going to strike. 16 is your leg, because it's
Can
61.
Gar parry, or did he do an all-out?
No, Gar already dodged, so he uses reaction.
Ah.
What was it? 61. No. 16 is the right arm, so Gar does not get the benefit of the cover. So he's going to do 14 damage, pen 2 with the chainsword. Oh, and he actually gets to roll again, because it's
Tearing?
tearing. Thank you.
That's not good.
No, 14. Okay. So, yeah, Gar, to your arm, reduce the damage. Yeah,
My
so...
right arm's total is 10, because that's the cyber arm.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Very lucky.
So that's your armor and toughness on that arm?
Yeah.
Reduce that by 2, because the,
Penetration.
because of the pen. Did you already factor that in?
Another 6 wounds.
Yeah, take another 6 wounds.
That's going to put me down to 0, unfortunately.
Okay, so you are in critical now.
But you haven't started taking critical damage.
Yeah, you are not currently, you're not currently, like, dying. So that's his turn.
But try to avoid getting hit anymore before the end of this fight, because critical damage will
It's
eat your fucking fate points for breakfast.
Yeah. I mean, you won't die. You just will be closer to being permanently dead forever. Alright, Gar, but you are up. This dude, like, struck you with this fucking chainsword.
How fucking dare he? I will respond with my chain axe.
Alright, go ahead and roll your chain axe. Or just a d100, we'll just do the math in our brain. At least the damage is being calculated successfully, because I was quite annoyed.
Yeah, I think damage is like a straight roll and isn't using a macro maybe or something?
Yeah, or maybe it's just, like, so... I don't know. I mean, I guess there is a lot of, like, stuff to worry about for the other macro, like actually determining if you hit somebody. But
So, I guess I didn't declare taking it out, and I was just running.
I had assumed you had the chain axe out, though.
Yeah,
let's assume
I mean,
that running
I would
out
assume
the
that
chain
too.
axe felt high. So yeah, I'll just do a. What are my attack options again?
If you wanted to, you could do like an all-out attack, get a plus 30 to your hit.
And that uses my reaction, right?
Yes. So you wouldn't be able to like dodge or parry or anything after that until your next turn.
Dodging and parrying is pretty weak.
Parry is good if your weapon skill is good and if you're pretty well trained in it. But
I don't think I trained parry.
yeah.
Maybe something to put on the to-do list.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
You might not be able to do it with the axe, so I think it might be unbalanced.
Go ahead and just do an all-out attack, I think.
Okay. So go ahead and just roll a d100, and we'll add 30 to that guy. Oh, fuck yeah, you succeed.
You just like smush him into the ground.
Oh, fucking time. That's what Gar's thinking.
Alright, so, but the Iron Wolves officer, I'm assuming that's the one you're attacking.
I'm attacking this guy who's right in front of me.
Yeah. He's going to attempt to parry.
Wait, I have a question.
He's-
Didn't Gar get inescapable?
I did.
You're right. He is
I
going
got
to be
you.
taking a negative to that.
Equal to your degrees of success.
Which are a lot of.
So Gar, what's your weapon skill currently?
Weapon skill is 40.
Plus 30, I think. I'm almost certain it is. I have such bad memory, though.
40 plus 30 for the all out was a 70, so.
Yeah, 70, so you're succeeding by 7. Actually, no, it's 8 because of your initial success. So you succeed by 8, so he's acting with a negative 80. And now he did pretty good, mind you, but he is not good enough. No. So he holds up the chainsword, and your chain axe hits it. And while this would normally be a successful parry, the weight and your fury just push it through, and just push it out of the way and get into his leg.
Right.
The God Emperor does not
It just
smile upon you
fucking
this
turns
day.
into like a Dead Space fatality.
Okay, so that's to the leg for
And
his
dude, maybe I
guy.
can take his leg off.
You could certainly, maybe. Well, let's do a little math here. So let's see here. That's a 90
Math the
to
magic.
the left leg, which is actually not behind cover.
Arrows and shit.
So 15
dead.
pen 2.
He was just dead one way or the other.
15 pen 2. Hold on, I gotta do all this math.
It's fun, isn't it?
It's fun math.
7. Yep, it is. 8. Okay, he's.
Dead.
No.
Legless.
Close. Gar cuts in pretty. Yeah, Gar cuts in rather aggressive into the leg, like knocks the chainsword aside, cuts into the leg, just like the whir of this like chain axe as it just like bites through the armor into the muscle, and the guy's just like ah, but he's still standing.
On one leg.
The God Emperor demands your legs. Sacrifice them. Quoth Gar.
That would probably work on me. I would be like, you can fucking have it, Jesus.
Okay. And Gar sees, let's see here, a rifle, like a laser attack cut. Hold on one second. Where did that hit? 39. Well, is there a thing that does something else? Oh, I'm a goose. I completely forgot he had that. So it's 2d10 extra damage when you do full aim?
It's for every 2 degrees of success, it's an additional d10 of damage. They get a plus 10 to the attack roll if they aim at all, and it's a max of 2d10.
Okay, max of 2d10.
So it's not like 2d10 or 1d10 per 2 degrees of success. It's up to 2d10 if you get 4 extra degrees of success.
I forgot he had this uncanny aim ability where you can half action aim as a free action and full action aim as a half action.
Damn.
And so he's a 39 plus 20 for the full aim?
Mhm.
Fuck yeah. So
plus
he's
20 and plus the 10 from an accurate weapon.
yeah, so yeah, that has to be 2d10. I can't see it being anything else.
Yeah, no, I think that's 2d10. The Eldar can show off their big snipey dicks.
So he just does 26 points of damage to this dude here. He's like,
Which
"Heh."
dude?
I'm sorry, it's this guy here.
Uh,
And
the guy next to go.
fucking
Like, wow, good thing I'm behind this cover.
and just fucking executes him. Just like the round just like cuts right through a nice armor plate. Guy didn't even have a chance. Did the Eldar Ranger have that? They do not know. Only Eaterlith. Still though, they're going to attack now. So they have completely wiped away this this side, the left here.
Nice.
And they're just going to go down. They're going to succeed. So the first guy is going to succeed by a decent chunka. The second guy, he half action aimed, so that's a plus 10, plus another 10 from the accurate. So it's 20, putting it at just enough. Okay, so yeah, both rounds hit. So we're just going to roll damage. Damage. Fuck yeah. Okay. First round, yeah. Okay, so first guy rolls, does damage against this guy, straight up fucking kills him. Second one also straight up kills him. Because they roll really fucking well. Like, seriously, near max damage, plus the damage that the gun does itself. So Earlith and the Rangers both managed to kill, like, a guy each. Tigo, you're up. There is currently just an officer and one single trooper left.
You mean a one-legged officer?
Well, it's a bad wound, but he's still standing. Actually,
Yeah,
no, I can
okay,
just
I'll
do.
Yeah, that's right. I have to actually type this out.
All right. So what are you doing here? What's your action though? Are you charging? Are you half action?
I'm just walking over and just gonna end them.
Okay, so you were
Sidling
there. Yeah, you're fine. So yeah, you're able to move up, and you're just doing. Now, are you doing what attack action though? Standard, swift, lightning.
Just doing all out. Just end him.
I think all out is a full action, and you
Is
move.
it? Oh, okay. Then yeah, let's just do a lightning.
Okay. So just go roll your D100, and then we'll just do the brain math.
I like
21.
how you started talking like a Skaven. Yes, the brain math.
Uh,
Big crunch.
Okay, 21. Well, first off, you hit even with your negative. Yeah, negative 10. You're still because it's like a 40 something.
Don't remember. Let's see. Let's hit the button and see.
What's your fucking here? Tigo, checking your character sheet real quick. Your
Yeah,
weapon
minus
skills
10.
46 minus 10 is 36. Which is
It's a half aim, right? Or no?
No, half aim. You have to use a half action. Used half
Okay.
action to move to him.
Okay.
So it's 46. You still hit with a 21. So you're actually 6 degree of success for successful attack. So 3 degrees of success.
Okay.
So that's 3 times. You're attacking 3 times with each sword.
With each weapon. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll the damage. I'm just gonna close that real quick.
Oops. I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, guess what? He's dead. Guess what? His fucking head exploded. Tigo's just like gonna get. Tigo just takes that leg. Actually, no, that's a 12. I think that might be. Nope,
We'll
not
be
to...
taking that. We will be taking your leg for the God Emperor.
That's to the arm. Well, whatever. He's fucking. You can take whatever the hell you want. He's explode. You're like. Just-
Leg is other leg.
You just
Take it
fucking
all.
greased him. And if I would be so kind as to delete. Yeah, he's
Does that
dead.
other guy?
Murder
Does that other guy like see what happened because he was aiming at Gar?
Yeah, no, he sees this. He sees you like he's looking towards this, and he sees like Gar just fucking chopping to him. He sees Tigo chopping to him. Watchmaker, you're up.
I look up at him and say, "Sup."
And I will try to put a period on that sentence and just nice and discreetly end him.
Go ahead and make your just the D100.
Yeah.
And we'll do all the brain math. We'll do all the math.
Quick maths.
Fuck
yeah,
yeah.
that'll work.
All right, roll damage. 81 is to the right leg. Fuck yeah.
Ooh, I got a 10. And that'll be 21 total.
And the fact, because you rolled max damage, what would normally be bringing him the critical would just end up killing him. So if you want, you could add that to your perception bonus. That'd be 5, right?
Yeah, I deal So when he starts taking critical, add 5 to the result.
Okay. We will, just because it'll be fun. It doesn't actually do it, but I think it'll be fun.
Yeah, what we'll probably get is the explodes again, and it'll cook off and hurt my allies again.
Well, Gar's in cover, so it's okay.
You blow off his foot. The round just, the lasgun round just cuts through the armor and blows off his foot.
Good thing we have this guy's leg then.
And he's dead. Normally, it wouldn't kill him if he had fate. He does not. You fucking executed him.
Executed with impunity.
And with that, we drop out of...
Let me Medicaid Gar.
Alright, yeah, go ahead, roll Medicaid. I think it is actually a little harder because he is in critical wound. I think at 0 he's still... I think, yeah, he's in... No. Maybe that's actually... Maybe he's only considered heavily damaged. Either way, it's going to be less. I think it's like half as effective. Oh, fuck, no, I don't actually remember.
Dang.
Okay, well, you rolled really well. I mean, what's the Medicaid test against? That 16?
Hang on, I gotta go check now. So it is against believe a 41?
Okay, so degree of success for...
Plus 30.
Yeah, so you're already succeeding with the... Wait, it was against the 41? Plus 30?
Yeah, plus 30 from the Medikit and all that stuff.
So a 71?
Yep, 71.
Okay, so that would be
6.
1 degree of success for the 60 for just doing it, and then
A 6, so 7.
7 total. Yep, and so
It's like that Family Guy bit, just a lot.
basically.
Gar is fighting fit again.
All right, it has to be excess to the wounds. It is not an excess to the wounds. Heavily damaged when he's taken twice his toughness bonus. Gar, what's your toughness? I think it's... I mean, I think you're considered heavily damaged.
He's
My
pretty
toughness
tough.
is 33.
Yeah, so 6. But you're below... Yeah, so you're actually not critically damaged because you have to take excess of your wounds, and you have just matched your wounds, so you're considered heavily damaged.
Look at that.
So this gets me what then?
7 back?
No. It is... Fuck. There's like healing, but... there's healing, but it's considered... here, medical attention. Alright, Alright, hold on. Medicaid. Alright, 1 second while I just look this up. Here we go. Oh, okay. I see. So actually, it'd be a -10 to the test for heavily damaged. Doesn't matter in this case. It reduces the degree of success by 1, so it's actually 6. So Gar heals 6 points of damage and is now considered lightly wounded.
All right.
Back in fighting form.
Yeah, you're able to tank.
Fire.
You're able to get back in the action pretty well because of the Medicaid stuff Tigo has. And you rolled really well as well. So yeah.
Yeah, it worked well. A lot of them were shooting at me while they should have been worried about getting sniped, and then they got sniped. So,
I mean, yeah, well, they had no recourse against the Eldar.
that's true.
Yeah, to be fair, I'm glad we worked with the Eldar. Like, I feel like that decision was pretty well vindicated by seeing how they can just fucking end you from 200 meters out.
Yeah, I imagine
They made that
if
super
we had tried
easy.
to fight them instead, that would
I mean, you could have actually killed them without
I
too
think we would
much.
have been okay, but the beginning would have been, we probably would have handled that way differently.
You could have killed Irdaleth with no real trouble, because he was, like, within 5
There.
meters of you, yeah. But, yeah.
It would have been costly, and then we would have been at a suitable disadvantage for the
rest of the mission.
yeah, for the fight here.
But, alright, so we are out of combat. You all regroup by these by the entrance to the crypt. Earlith and his rangers come out of the jungle, and Earlith picks up the device that the Iron Wolf guy was using, pockets it, takes his own version, and goes up to the crypt entrance, places it on, and you just see the doors just kind of like start to unfold like down to the ground.
Can we ask him, now that he's seen the device they were using, if he could tell us anything of its provenance? It might be useful to know, I don't know if this is even a thing he would know or care about, but...
I mean, does it look like the one he's got?
It looks similar to it. If you ask him about it, he'll just tell you, he just says ancient Eldar technology from before the fall.
But it's not like identifiable, like, oh, we know this one would have come from this place. That would give us a additional data point.
It's from some Eldar planet. It's from no craft world.
Tell you what, we're already kind of, dangerous bedfellows here. I'm going to propose to him that if he does recognize the markings that might hint where it came from, if they give that information to us, we can continue this uneasy partnership in the future, and if we see any more Eldar tech in the Syndicate's hands, we'll pass that tip along if they help us with our investigation.
It seems like a useful ally. I mean, they don't want humans fucking with their stuff, and we don't want humans fucking with their stuff.
The fun thing about the Eldar, and I say fun in 40K air quotes, is if they could just stop being dickheads, they would honestly have a permanent alliance with the Imperium and be able to function very cohesively together. But because one or the other group is always going to be the dickhead, it always fucks up in
the inevitable betrayal always comes.
It'd need the Eldar to stop being assholes, but also have required the Imperium to stop being...
to not be like, well, okay, we'll burn you on sight, and that's the end of the deal.
But Earlith does listen to your proposals. Like, interesting. I've told you everything about this device, however. This is from before the fall of the Eldari Empire, from before the birth of Slaanesh and the creation of the Eye of Terror. It's not from any craft world. It's from a former Eldar world where we still settled planets. It's approximately 15,000 of your years old.
So it sounds like they, found an archaeological dig and found this, similar to how they get most of their shit.
The
Syndicate.
Well, I cannot say as how they found this. I would have suspected that they wouldn't have been able to find this. I mean, your Imperial Guard has not been able to discover it after controlling this planet for how many ever years?
Now, to be fair, I don't think anybody truly controls this planet, but the mandate of the Guard is very rarely one of pure conquest. If they had the resources, it could be done, but things are always shuffling, and so they simply gave up and pulled out, and will try again another century, I suppose.
Well, I must say, I'm a bit... It's certainly odd. My Farseer has not told me anything about how this has come to pass, just that it has. I don't know why the Harlequins decided to repair the webway to this world so recently as to when this tomb was discovered. I hope that perhaps they wish for an Eldari hero to be laid to rest, have her spirit stone and those of her guards return to the craft world, but their ways are mysterious to me. But yes, we can perhaps have some measure of exchange of information. If you do come across any more information concerning any more Eldari artifacts, you could get in contact with me. He's going to just rifle through... Yeah. Imperial, here. He pulls out his sword, and he hands it over to you.
Take it.
Not a traditional communication method, but with the sword I'll be able to be in touch with you if needed.
Understood, though, of course, understand this will be kept under high guard.
I was going to say, this sword is kind of a surveillance device.
Yeah, by design, like... this will most likely go into a psionically sealed vault.
Of course. However, I will be psionically guided to it, which is how it will be in contact. It's not a traditional listening device. And
If
you wish to use it, only I wouldn't imagine most people would be familiar with Eldari technology or their craftsmanship. To them, it would just look like the finest sort of sword they've ever encountered. But he gives you a Eldar sword, and I'm just going to put the stats in real close.
I feel like we really shouldn't hang on to it.
I'm definitely gonna tell the Inquisition about it, and I'll just tell them straight up, like, if my superiors tell me this can't be kept, it's too risky, then I'm just going to either have it destroyed or leave it on a planet somewhere for you to find.
Those are the stats. I'll get the weight for you in a bit.
Okay.
But I don't have the... I generally don't put the weight.
I'm kind of banking on Ian and I having similar tastes when it comes to, like, 40k not being completely frothing at the mouth insane when it comes to pragmatism.
I mean, the Imperium generally is pretty pragmatic.
We're fortunate in that we're part of the branch that can actually do pragmatic shit and not get burned at the stake for it.
That's true, yeah. It's the Inquisition who can be pragmatic, and generally... Alright, let's say like 30% of their members are pragmatic.
And so far, Hellscythe seems to be the sort. Watch, we find out he's like a hardcore Puritan when I get back up there. He's like, you fucking what?
You worked with an
Who?
Eldar?
What? Guys are done.
Fucking done. Get into the oven.
But
Open up the ship's reactor like they're shoveling
Get in
coal
there.
into it. Get in.
But yeah, so he hands you this sword, and him and the Rangers disappear into the crypt, and the door closes behind them. As it's closing slowly, he turns around and is like, "We'll secure it from here and be on our way to the webway. You've completed what you need to. You've been able to deal a blow. I'd be off to your site as soon as you can, however. From what we can tell, the orcs and the Kroots are marching towards the bunker of the Imperial Guard."
All right.
Yeah, we should get smudge out of here.
Yeah, I say we either fall right the hell back to town, if we can beat them there and get everybody off world, or we, on our way back, we divert one group into the other before they reach the walls and make them fight.
A very Eldari method of dealing with your enemies. I'm impressed, Imperial. And with that, the crypt shuts.
Nice.
And
You're
that
an
is...
honorary elf now.
Fuck.
Dubious honor.
That's been... So, yeah, we've been playing about 2 hours, so everyone add 200 XP to your character sheet. And we will pick this up next time.
That was pretty good. And